Welcome to this Google Sites screencast where we're looking at sharing class activities. In this screencast, I'm specifically going to show how to add a slideshow of pictures. As this is being recorded, when you go to use the Pictures or Photos tools in Google, you might be directed to one of two tools. You'll either be directed to Picasa Web or to Google Plus Photos. So I'm going to show both ways in here very briefly. It is important that if you are going to upload pictures of your students, that you know your district policies in regards to student privacy, what your district does and does not allow. So please make sure you know that. Alright, so here I am at Google Sites. To get to the Photos tools for Google, you go to your black menu bar at the top, go to More, and choose Photos. Now here's where it will split in one of two ways depending on how your school district's Google accounts are currently set up. You'll either be directed to Picasa Web, where you'll see the Picasa Web logo in the top left, or you'll be directed to Google Plus Photos. And you know you're at Google Plus if when you're here on the black bar, the plus U is lit up in the menu bar, and you're also on the Photos page down this left toolbar. This is the newer Google Plus Photos. So let's show Google Plus Photos first. If you upload pictures, you want to show a bunch of pictures. It's best to do a slideshow rather than add picture after picture after picture onto your Google site. So if you get to Google Plus Photos, you can go to Upload New Photos. You can choose to add to an existing album if you click this link, or you can make a new name here, and then you can drag in pictures or select from your computer, and it makes an album. So these are all albums I've created. I'm on the Albums page here. That's where I look at my albums. Underneath the albums is some important information, and I'll try to show this as best as I can. If there's a little world, little Earth icon, that means that that album is public. Anyone could search and find those images. If it's the two little people, that means that it's limited, or means that anywhere you put the slideshow, people can see it, or anyone with the link. If it's got the no sign, that means it's only you can see those photos. It's not in any way public or able to be seen with the link. So what you have to do first is get your photos into an album, and then go into the album. So I'm going to click on this album here. And if you click up here, this is where you change the sharing rights for who can see this album. I click on Only You. And if you click this link here that says Share Via Link, this has now made it so it's limited. So this link will direct people to this album. And I'm just going to simply click Save. And I'll show you how to add that on your Google site easily in a minute. Same kind of concept over in Picasa Web. Let's take a look at the Picasa Web side. So here are my albums. Similar icons. Here's a little Earth, meaning it's public. Little Earth with a lock means limited, and the actual little lock means that the album is only you. So if you're going to change one of these here, here's an album that is only I can see. I click on the album. You change that over here where the album properties are. It says only you. You can click Edit. For visibility, you change that to limited anyone with the link. It's always a good idea when doing this to do limited anyone with the link. That way your pictures of your students aren't easily searchable on the web by just anyone. So I click Save Changes. So again, very similar concepts, just depends on which tool you're using. Now if I go back over to my site, let's make a new page here. I'm going to add a new page under 8th New Media, and I'm going to call this Photo Gallery. And I'll just do this as a blank page, and I want to say put this under 8th New Media, so this will show up as a sub-page under 8th New Media. So we're pretending that these slideshows I'm going to add now are are part of my 8th grade New Media class. So I place my cursor, I go to Insert, and in this Google Sites menu, this Insert menu, it still says Picasa Web Slideshow. Even if you're adding the slideshow from Google Plus, it still says Picasa in here. So we're going to say Picasa Web Slideshow. This should show all of your albums, no matter if they're in Picasa or in Google. So let's use this one here. So I'm going to click that, hit Select, and I get choices now for how big I want this slideshow to be. I'm going to choose extra large, 600 pixels. That should just about fill the width of the thing there. If I had put captions in my pictures, I didn't show that, but you can actually go into your pictures and type captions in either tool. I could click Show Captions. If I leave autoplay checked, the pictures will just advance on their own. I could have a title at the top. I could put a border around it. I'm not going to put a border, and I'm not going to put a title. I'm going to hit Save. So here's the gadget. Gadgets again are represented as these shaded out boxes. I'm going to center this up on my page. I'm going to hit Save. So now users that come to my page should see, because I set this to anyone with the link, should see the slideshow just automatically play, and I believe the pictures advance every 3 or 4 seconds. So a great way for you to take some pictures, put them in an album, no matter what tool you're using, and then just to put the slideshow on your page. Again, make sure you know your district's policies. In my district, we can show students. We just should not identify them with names. If we're going to identify them, we only identify them with first names and not last names. So please check with your district to see what your policy is. And that's how you add photo slideshows. Thanks for watching.